welcome to everyone who's joined us for the webinar. A very good evening, a very good afternoon, a very good morning from wherever you are around the world. It is so excited to finally we be doing this. I am actually very excited. I've been coming on the show after a long time, and we have a very interesting topic to talk about, which is the revenue channels for marketing agencies. And personally, for me, marketing has been very close to my heart, and marketing just changes over the course of time. Every day we have something new come up, the algorithm change, so on and so forth. But before we go ahead, and I'm sure rightly you've taken a look at the title, three revenue growth channels for marketing agencies. So hang on there. So before I introduce Chandan to you, and before I actually steal his introduction piece, salesperson at Engati, and he's spoken to a lot of marketing agencies to put a number around 150 to 200. So over to you, Chandan. We're really excited to see what you've been talking to them and how we can actually get things going from there.
Yes, thank you so much, Kimberly, for afternoon from wherever you guys are joining. Yes, speaking about the experience, so I've been doing this since a long time now. Constantly speaking with many of the businesses, those who are into similar space like you, and potentially when we go on calls, we identify what are the pain points, what are the use cases that come into picture. We have constant work on where every that they want to offer, and also they want to make sure that they are updated with their portfolio. So, in the course of this interactions, we identified that yes, these would be the potential opportunities that can actually be considered, which we'll be taking forward in the coming webinar with three different points.
Right. You spoke about competitive edge for 2024, and I feel every marketing agency is in that complete race. As marketing agencies, we primarily offer the solutions that we give to our clients, our ads. We give web development, we give content strategy, we give social media, we give WhatsApp, we give SMS, and we give so much of that, right? But hey, just look to your left and right. I mean, every agency here is offering the same thing. So what is actually going to make you stand out? What is actually going to carve you a niche out of everything? What is actually going to make you different? It could be resources, it could be technology, or it could be maybe the knowledge of both. We don't really know. And of course, we're going to take care of all the revenue models that you are into, especially the project-based models, the retainer models, the performance-based models, the hybrid models. But hey, something is constant here. And like we always say, change is constant. I feel change in technology, to be very specific, is very constant. Talking about technology, what really comes to my mind is how ChatGPT really kept us at the edge of how it came out last year, and it just literally swept the entire marketing area. And you can ask ChatGPT anything, and it's just going to pop and ready to make answer, ready to use answer. You have content, ask ChatGPT a prompt and you want to get the answer for that. Falling short of strategy, don't know what next to pick up for the next quarter, just put down your prompt. Again, you have everything coming up. SEO, it literally gives you the keywords, the primary and secondary keywords that you want to you should be using. Graphics, also Midjourney has helped and has really given us mind-boggling images. ChatGPT has really done a lot. But then I want to ask all of us here is, are you offering GPT solutions to your clients? Because this is, and Chandan will definitely agree to me when I say this is the biggest and the most underrated channel and revenue growth for marketing agencies.
Yes, exactly. So also let me show you, because this is where we introduce you channel number, the revenue channel number one, which is the GPT solution that we can offer to N number of customers. So if I also present my screen and I'll show you a glimpse of it, that how it would look like. So if you see, I hope everyone is able to see my screen. So yes, catering to different businesses where you have clients in different domains as well. Many of the customers as of now will live in this environment where they want to have dynamic questions that can come into picture. So you can also ask anything, because recently, I'm sharing this particular thing because recently when we spoke to one of our customers where they wanted to have a similar solution like this, they wanted to make sure that anything asked, it can be a general query, it can be a complex query pertaining to their business. They wanted that the bot should be able, or maybe the solution should answer things based on their business context. So the solution is more towards that, where we can feed in information accordingly, and any random question asked, I'll just quickly try it out here, that what to do if I have a heart problem. So any random question which can be asked, this can also be asked on Google, but idea here is to make sure that we deliver the answers in that particular segment where it is related completely to the business, where we'll be able to cater to all those things. Even if more questions like how to avoid diabetes is one of the questions that someone can also ask. And based on their doctors' blogs that they have written at the back end, more than 3,000 blogs on which the data set has been trained, or let's say, if we continue more questions like how to control blood pressure. So similarly, in a very efficient manner, based on what the end user is looking for the context, the bot is able to cater to all those needs that we have. More questions, if I come up something like this, that can cater to is how to create a bot, right? So based on based on the documents that you are uploading at the backend, the bot will be able to cater to each and every questions and make sure that the customers are engaged in a very efficient manner.
That is very, very interesting though, Chandan. But I am sure a lot of the folks sitting with us here might not have documents as such to upload for the bot. So what do we really do? But they might have websites, they might have other blogs, other collaterals and such. So how does that help? Do they have to again transfer all of that to documents? And is it going to be a hassle to train if they don't have documents?
No, so there would not be any such hassle. Let me, walk you through that as well, covering both the sense where, every of the businesses like I've been currently speaking to, they like to have a long route where things are taken and then they make sure that the other things are also happening. But let me show you a good amount of shortcut that we have, where you have this option of uploading the document segment. You just need to name the document, whether it would be a terms and conditions document or anything. Now, I was talking about the PDF file where you have an option of browsing it. You can just simply go ahead, select the document, upload it. And once you upload it at the backend, this would come in a queue where it would take hardly about 30 seconds for the document to get it ready to search. So you'll get a notification and anything asked would also be displayed as a result. The other challenge which you're mentioning, that yes, some of the businesses might not have documents available, where this solution also offers them to upload URL links, meaning they have everything listed onto their website. So maybe different web pages, you can upload 20, 30, 40, whatever you feel is comfortable. And then once it is ready to search, based on the entire capability of how the solution works, it will scrape through the data and answer for the end user.
Curious to us how the automation side of everything works. But what about this whole system, an agent-friendly thing? Are they going to help our agents with responses, and how is it going to help for them?
Yes, absolutely. Like considering, yes, when it comes to automation, well, yes, it is not 100% efficient as well, where you can get complex queries where some of the agents or maybe some of the end customers would like to have a human intervention done. So that is where we have a user-friendly solution where an agent can take over the conversation, assist and leverage the capabilities of GPT. So if I just give you with an example as well, I've just typed in how to use Notes. So yes, I'm continuing a flow where the bot is able to display each and every detail. But when I come back, when now the same agent got transferred the same customer got transferred to an agent. And from an agent per se, I can simply speak with someone at the backend and make sure that things are done in a very efficient manner. Right. So let me just say that I would like to speak to someone. And this is where the agent notification would come into picture, where I will see that, okay, this is something that I would have, and I can take over the conversation in a very efficient manner. I'm just waiting for the request to come up. Okay.
This actually, Chandan, is very helpful because,
Yeah.
like we do have a lot of questions that come up, is especially if there is a query going on with the user, right? And if departments have to be switched, right, from customer support to maybe a finance thing. So, is the solution going to really help provide like a summary in the first place, if possible, for the next client who's going to pick it up? Sorry, the next agent who's going to pick it up.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. So that is one a value add feature that we would like to have it in the solution, because yes, the next human takeover that would come into picture. So if I just give you a glimpse of the previous conversation, let's say this was a conversation which was done with any of the customers earlier, where the agent has assisted. Now the customer has asked any of the questions. I can just simply go here, click on the notes, and for every conversation, you would have a conversation summary giving you an understanding that the human asked the user asked the human agent to train the bot. The agent provided the step-by-step advice on training a bot and capturing the sentiment. And now if you see here, the user sentiment is neutral, seeking guidance on how to train a bot. So it becomes very effective and efficient as well, where the next agent can see the notes. If he has anything to add, they can also add it and make sure that the entire customer experience is developed in a very efficient manner.
Right, that's super interesting. And I feel next question is for all the marketing agency out here. Okay, it's something that we are always in a race to every day is creating campaigns. But sometimes because creativity block, for whatever reason, we're not able to deliver maximum options out of that, right? And like Chat GPT really helps us give campaigns. Can we also backend maybe get a solution for ourselves with the help of the previous insights that is happening, or maybe can we put a prompt and can we get options?
Yes, definitely. So that was coming to that point, because yes, sometimes it becomes a brainstorming as well, where you want to retarget the customer or maybe send out broadcast messages, some promotional things. So that's where also you can also use this GPT, where you just have a basic context available. So someone can just say, like, hello, Chandan. And I'm just giving a context to the backend that, okay, this is this particular store. They are running one offer at the backend. So I'll just say that Apelio is having about 20% discount on sales, and the coupon code, which will give us free 25. Right. So I'll just change each and everything here. And I've just given a basic context. The moment I come down here at the backend, where if you see now, based on the context that has been provided, the solution is actually giving me an understanding that what are the templates. So it has given me suggestions that, okay, based on the context, these are the templates that you can use. So it is not just time consuming, but adds more value when the end user is actually receiving this template messages.
Oh, this is pretty interesting. And actually, what comes to my mind looking at these messages is the WhatsApp broadcast. Okay, so now since WhatsApp has been forever ruling and I would say taking over the social media industry, WhatsApp broadcast is something that a lot of agencies are offering now. But I'm very curious to know if there's anything more for WhatsApp broadcast.
Yeah, because that is something, the second revenue channel, which we would like to discuss, but not just broadcasting, because yes, broadcasting is pretty something that we have, but more towards speaking with the brand where they want to have product recommendation done. So let's take an example. This is one of the flow where the customer is actually having an automation and I'm exploring something. I would like to know more about the products that I have, but I don't want to click on each and every button. So maybe I can just simply say that, hey, you can recommend me a product at the backend. And then based on the details or based on my entire history, the bot or the solution would be able to give me those recommendations that what are the options that are there. So here it has given me that, hey Chandan, thank you for your valuable customer. And once I click on view recommendations, it will give me a list of all the products that I might like over a period of the time that I've purchased. And an entire flow journey can be created where I can add this product to the cart. I have an option of selecting different domains or different cloth material that I have, and a flow which can trigger to me buying the product as well from WhatsApp.
Right. What about lead generation and qualification? Because that is proves to be a very important part of the customer life cycle. So what does WhatsApp have to offer in that?
So yes, a very important use case, because yes, just to add more context to broadcasting, because many of the businesses, they have good amount of database. So they send out, let's say this is one of the broadcast message that has been sent out. But idea here is to make sure that instead of taking the customer to a form, making sure that the customer is more engaged to the brand that they have. So we can have certain CTA buttons where the entire lead generation, lead qualification, and the booking process can be automated. So let's take an example. This is one of the templates. If I click on book now, we have created, or you can start off with the entire flow where the customer has an option of checking in. I mean, booking the entire stay, where few basic details can be asked in any context based on their entire business that they would like to offer to the end customer. How many adults would be traveling, or maybe how many children would be staying here. And based on my options, we'll be able to give out information to the customer. So as this is one of the hotel flow that I'm showing you right now, so they are giving me a list of all the rooms available based on my information. And I can see what are the room details which is there. Maybe I want to know more about the rates. So let's say this is a luxury room. I want to know the rates that they have for me. And based on the information I'm selecting, they would give me all the rates available, whether if I'm a member price or maybe a flexible price. So I go ahead with this particular flow where I would like to go ahead with a flexible price. All the information which has already been there get pulled out, and I can also reserve my stay there. Maybe now you want to also make sure that you are catering to the end customer in an efficient manner. So you can give a customer a payment link where the customer can make the payment and the booking is done.
It is so crazy to know that all of this is actually
Yeah.
possible on WhatsApp, because otherwise you get redirected to websites and other external sources, and then it just goes
Yeah.
around and around. But if everything's happening on WhatsApp, really good point. I have my next question for you is, does WhatsApp take care of permission marketing? So for everyone who doesn't know about permission marketing, if you noticed when Chandan was sharing his screen, there was something called as you stop promotions. Like when you receive a broadcast, you don't really want to subscribe to a particular type of content. How does WhatsApp take care of that, hoping that we don't lose our domain and also target to our right audience?
Yes. So yeah, this is also a major challenge because even if not just a domain and the right audience, you also want to make sure as you're retargeting the customer does not also block the number so that you cannot interact in future. So that's where we do have certain things where you can run. So this is a Tasty Nibbles, one of our customers that we have. This send an opt-out button as well, that if I click on stop or maybe I reply stop to stop receiving this promotional message, I'll be taken out from the broadcast list. And a CTA button, which I already showed you, which can be taken where the reports would be loaded in the backend. So if 1,000 people are there in your list and maybe about 10 people have opted out to stop promotions, the broadcast list would continue with the remaining 990 people from there. Right. And this creates the majority. I mean, if I talk about the primary things, number one, which Kimberly mentioned, was this allows you to save your domain and making sure that we are reaching out to the right audience in a very efficient manner.
Right. Now that WhatsApp has solved the complete cycle, right from sending a broadcast right up to making payments on broadcast itself. What about analytics? What if I really want to know what were my best performing campaigns? How many responses did I get? Did I get positive responses, negative responses, so on and so forth? How am I going to take a look at that?
Yes. So if I also give you a gist, yes, the solution will give you a complete analytics as well, because for you as a business, it is also very much important that the customers that you have targeted are you have a complete picture as well. So we'll give you a revenue dashboard where you can calculate the revenue that got generated, how many orders it received, how many people it got sent, delivered, read rate, click rate, fail rate, meaning how many people are not active on WhatsApp. If you have an automation done about abandoned cart checkout, there as well, you will be able to see each and every number. So this not only gives you a number clarity, but also gives you a complete understanding that what would be the next step. So maybe I can categorize my customers under loyal customers, dormant customers, and create the entire customer segments.
Right. This is pretty interesting for all marketers right away, because marketing is a game of numbers, like we always say, and all of the color coded system, the percentage is given, the revenue generated, lost, everything is in one picture, in one frame. So that's pretty interesting. Next question that I'm sure a lot of marketing or agencies are going to face is something which they do. One of the things which is on their portfolio is ads, which proves to be one of the highest converting channels for them.
Yes.
Right? But what really happens is when we click on an ad, okay, the lead gets converted, gets registered into the CRM system, then gets allocated to a right department, and then someone from the sales team or the customer success team is going to come back and reach out to me. Now, this cycle can take around a month to 3 months. By the time you're actually reaching a user, they're probably sitting with your competitor. So you can't really, you're kind of losing a lot of revenue there. So how is WhatsApp going to save me from this? Because I really hope WhatsApp does.
Yes, it does. Because if just to give you with an example as well, if you could show me the screen, that's where we can have. So whenever you run ads, maybe on Instagram, Google, it would be any different ads, you can make sure that the customer is directly directed to a WhatsApp flow where we can have this automation done, where the business can create the entire detail of what is happening, what not is happening, and start interacting with the end customer. So if from the image, I could see that if this is an image, I'm interested in buying this particular t-shirt, I can just click on learn more. It will direct me to the store. They'll show me the product. And maybe if I'm interested, I might buy the product and the customer is acquired at that point of time.
Correct. So now you've answered the ad side of it. Okay. Now there could be many other customer touch points. There could be WhatsApp, there could be Instagram, there could be Telegram, there could be the website, for all that I care. But now how are we going to actually get all of this under one roof? We really have to make operating all of this simpler for agencies, because we have 10 other things to really
yes. So just to tell you, that is the point number 3, the channel number 3, revenue channel number 3, which is the AI platform, which gives you the complete ability of having all these things. So let me just also show you when it comes to what we have and what we are able to cater to. Just give me a second.
Really excited for this part, actually.
Yes. So yeah, you're talking about multiple channels. So we were discussing WhatsApp, but as a solution, if you have everything under one bucket, because you might be having clients not only from one particular domain. There is e-commerce, there is real estate, there is education, there are fintech companies catering and having engagement on multiple channels. So here's a list of 14 different channels where this automation can be done, starting off from social media, where we have mobile app, website, WhatsApp, Facebook, Telegram, Instagram, email. Now, if you want to have an automation done on internal, meaning business channels like Slack, Microsoft Teams, Line, X, I could say Kik, WeChat, and recently GBM, Google Business Messenger as well. Right. Everything can be controlled under one window. You create certain automation and make sure that that is being deployed there.
So you don't really require individual logins for this?
No. If you could see here, I have just logged into one particular domain, a portal that I have, and here, based on my engagement, I can just simply choose the channel and deploy the solution.
Right. So, but what if I don't have a technical team? Okay. Like you mentioned that I'm getting all of this under one roof, but what if I don't have the technological team, the team to actually go and set up a bot for all of these channels?
So yeah, that becomes a challenge sometimes as well, because if the solution is more towards a technical side, a business is not having an understanding, they'll not be able to use it. But yeah, talking about the feasibility, that's where the solution comes into picture, where the solution is completely a no-code platform based on how you would like to engage the end customer, how the flow would be. It's a simple drag and drop. We have identified use cases pertaining to different industries, different domains. So these are the nodes. You just need to simply understand how the entire customer journey would be, how the entire engagement you would like to have, and you connect one node after the other. And the biggest flex, which I would like to mention, is integration with the existing system. Because yes, businesses use CRMs, businesses use ERP solutions. They have different customer relationship management platforms where seamless interaction should happen. So we do have those capabilities where things can be taken.
That is super awesome. Also,
Yeah.
quick question. So when we're creating all of these interesting nodes, which is like literally I can see a drag and drop kind of a system. So do I have to like recreate the bot over and over again for different channels, or can I just make one flow and then I can deploy it on other channels as well?
Absolutely. So it's up to you, because we have given that flexibility. If you want multiple flows deployed on multiple channels, or maybe you can just create one particular flow for all the channels and deploy it there as well.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. And what about our agent assist? We're always forgetting how that remaining 25% always have,
Mhm.
complex queries, and how are we going to help them?
Yes. So to answer that question in an efficient manner as well, yes, if I talk about numbers, 80 to 85% of the queries is something that the bot is able to answer, which it is to deliver. But yes, sometimes, as we discuss as well, where complex queries would come into picture, agent wants to have to speak to someone, human intervention is required. So we do have a portal where, or maybe a section where you can manage all the chats. Idea here is to give everything under one view. If the query is coming in from WhatsApp, website, Instagram, any other channel. The other best thing which I would like to mention, maybe the customer might have interacted with the bot. It can be one message, two message, 100 message. I, as an end user, if I'm handling the platform, I'll be able to see all these conversation, any tags that has been added, any recent conversation done. And yes, I don't have to go anywhere. Everything is here. I can use multiple filters. I can make sure that specific queries have been routed. As a marketing agent, one is a sales agent. You want to make sure that sales query should go to my sales, find marketing query should go to marketing agents. I can also do those specific routings at the back end. Yes.
So you've kind of given an entire platform that we can actually use and take care of our things on our own and don't really require a very heavy trained team to do so. What is your favorite USP of the AI platform? Is what I want to ask you, Chandan.
So my favorite USP is the training segment, which I would like to mention, where even if you have created a flow, where yet sometimes it is a bit time consuming, but yeah, when you want to have a complete conversation AI, a complete conversation with your end customer in a very efficient segment, where you train the bot with documents and each and everything that can come into picture, and in one holistic approach where each and everything would be there. But there is one thing which I would also like to mention as a bonus. So we have discussed three. We have discussed how GPT can come into picture. We have discussed how WhatsApp can come into picture. We have also discussed how the AI platform can create an actual a good amount of value. But for me, the bonus which I would like to add, because I've been speaking many of the brands, many of the digital marketing businesses, they want, like, considering we are completely in a race where we want to be the first for the end users, not to lose the customer and provide each and everything. That's where my famous that one bonus that I would like to discuss here would be, if as an agency, imagine everything under your name, where you can customize each and everything, provide end-to-end solutions, and make sure that you cater to end-to-end customers' needs that they want from your end. So we would also provide a solution where we can white label each and everything, like the entire solution that we are saying would be under your brand, your logo, your domain. Even if the customer comes onto the platform, they will see your brand, your logo, entire customization when it comes to pricing, when it comes to creating a plan, when it comes to providing support to the end customers. So not only this allows you to cater the customers, but to make sure that the overall customer experience and getting referrals from them is done in a very way.
Right. And I feel this is also a very sensitive part for marketing agencies is we always want to be ahead of the race. Okay. We're trying to get everything under our portfolio. And when we take a look at softwares and technology that we try and build with our portfolio, we see that hey, I mean, it is someone else's technology, you're just giving it to your client. But I feel this is a super, super awesome opportunity to actually find a solution like this, a complete power pack solution, right from getting your customers on board, taking care of their marketing campaigns and making sure you're getting proper insights so you can go back and change things required, right up to closure. So this is pretty awesome, and I'm sure anyone who's interested on the call, and I'm sure many are already, I have already been getting messages saying that they're interested. You can reach out to Chandan, because Chandan is, like I said at the introduction, he is a super enthusiastic person. He just wants to get on call and he's going to talk to you about everything, all the problems that you are facing, and we are together going to help you solve them with whatever solutions we can, whatever queries you have, we can go and pick this up.
Exactly. Yes, and yes, I hope everything was being cleared in a very crystal format. And yeah, we are open to Q&A here.
Yes.
Where
Correct. So I'm just going to share a quick resource for you where whatever we have spoken in the webinar, whatever concepts we've covered, if you've not understood them or maybe you want more clarity on them, more detail on them, you can just pull out your phones and scan the QR code and actually have access to how you can contact Chandan if you have to, if you need particular resources. Everything's up there for you. While we open the floor for Q&A, Chandan, I think we've already been getting questions throughout the webinar.
Exactly. So let me just take up few questions as well. What training material is needed in this example? So training material can be anything. Either this can be a document, a PDF document in a report format as well. Like just to give you an example, we are trying to create a POC for one of the fintech businesses where they have uploaded all their financial reports, and maybe it can be a comparison as well. So the solution is capable enough that it will scrape through the data and display a result. The other training material can be URL links, not dynamic URL links, because sometimes some of the links might have some restrictions, so it becomes difficult. But yeah, these would be the two training materials which would be needed.
Right. The next question we have for you, Chandan, is the white labeling solution a yearly license or a one-time payment? And what about the upgrades?
Yes. So when I talk about white labeling, yes, it comes. So we need to decide with the business that whether they would like to go ahead with an yearly contract, 2-year contract, 3-year contract. And when it comes to upgrade, those things are completely possible, because as a platform, we have sprints running every 4 weeks, new updates are coming in. So that's where all the updates would also be carried forward, where they will have the same control like we do.
Correct. The next question, I really hope that answered. If anything, you can question back us again. Give me more details about the white label offering of Engati and how much time can we have the platform to ourselves? Also, are there any other partnership models do you offer?
Yes. So give me more details about Engati. Yeah. So Engati's white label partnership is so the idea here is to make sure that if you are an entity, we would give you the entire opportunity to operate as an entity. Not just that, even if you are a partner with Engati, so that doesn't mean that you have to follow the pricing structure or anything. We are giving you the complete control where you can customize the plan, make sure that you onboard customers, understand the use cases, understand the entire requirement, and make sure that each and everything is done from your end, billings, till the time from catering to the customer and servicing. Everything would be taught where we have the complete process of training, modules, support, sales enablement, what I can say, more on the collateral side as well. You can rebrand each and everything. And the other partnership, which adding more to that, yes, we do have certain offers where we can discuss on a call and take things ahead from there as well.
Yes, definitely. We have another question is, if you're already having existing vendors for WhatsApp, then how will the process work?
So in that case, yeah. So if you already have existing vendors for WhatsApp, how will the process? We just need to check the business service provider. For that, it's a simple migration process that will come into picture. And then once the API key is live, the same account will come live at Engati.
I hope that answered the question. We're waiting for more questions. How many domains can the solution cater to?
So domains, yeah. So yeah, when I talk about domains, every domain, like as per my understanding, I have taken clients from domains like real estate, education. So wherever I would say a business is actually dealing with mass, either this can be a B2C environment, all the government entities, private segment, I can say BFSI, banking, finance, insurance, edtech is one of the biggest domain. For internal use cases as well, you can have a bot deployed internally where it is used as a ticketing software, providing more information.
Right. Can you, Chandan, also share with us one of the experience with one of your clients and how the GPT solution has actually worked wonders for them?
Okay. So yeah, so I'll just give you an example, or rather, this is one of the use case as well, which we can completely think of from a fintech perspective, where we are trying to actually create a bot as a financial advisor. This is one of the client where the idea here is this solution, the AI solution that we'll be having would be a financial advisor to all the customers, catering to end-to-end thing. Even if I'm a first-time user, I don't have anything that what to invest, where to invest, how to open an account, what are the details I should know about the stocks and each and everything. So I can ask anything, and based on all the details that they have provided. So even if I say that, please help me open an account, it will guide me through this. Can you please also suggest me what are the stocks that I should involve? I mean, I can invest. It will give me a list of 10 stocks. So in the 10 stocks as well, I can ask that, okay, can you come, can you tell me that out of these two, which would be the most favorable for me in those scenarios? So
Correct.
complete human assistance. Yeah.
Correct. We have another question saying is how can GPT work in fintech?
So in fintech, yes, as I said, I was giving an example of fintech only, where we are creating a client where reports can be done, reports can be captured, comparison can be done between two things. Uh, Information can be passed out because people are more interested in knowing about what is. So in fintech, maybe people interested in knowing more about what are the interest rate, what is the return that I will get if I invest this much, what is the probability and all those stuff. So,
Yes.
but yeah, the important thing is we also need to make sure to get those responses. We are uploading good amount of data set at the backend, so it becomes easier for the solution to scrape through each and every detail.
How much training is required to the GPT models, Chandan?
Yeah, so it does not require until unless based on it depends on your context. Like there is one of the client who took 3,000 blogs. They have uploaded 3,000 blogs so that everything that they have in their kitty should be catered by the GPT. Or you can also say, if you want to make sure that the bot answer basic questions pertaining to your business, you can also do that.
How much time would it actually take to train the GPT system on our data?
It depends because as I showed you live on the webinar as well here, it hardly takes. So if you upload a link, maybe a URL link, it takes about 30 to 60 seconds. If you refresh, the link is ready to search. Or if it's a document, same, maybe 45 to 60 seconds. And then it's up to you that how efficient you are, how fast you are in uploading all those documents. And accordingly, you can take your time.
How much time would it take for me to have my own AI platform if we opt for white label?
So if you opt for white label, because it's an effort as well, because rebranding, domain branding, all your logos, Facebook logins, Google logins, everything would come into picture. So we have a process for about 15 to 20 days where not only just the platform, but we'll train you on each and everything where you become an entity and you have all those things. You are strong enough to cater your end customers and deliver the solution.
Right. I want to offer AI solutions to my existing customers. Will I get support from your side, and what kind of support will I get?
Yes, you can, because as I said, initially, the model will start from the onboarding where the team would actually train the business on each and everything, whether it is how to use the solution, how to create a bot, how to integrate, because you as an entity, you would be the first point of contact for your end customers. So we are sure that we want to make sure that you are capable enough, the same like we do for our end customers. And apart from that, an account manager and sales support, everything would be there, because even if in between there are certain use cases, there are certain challenges that might come into picture where you would require our support. So you are just a call away, and then we have some support SLAs in place as well.
Correct. What are other partnership models do you offer apart from white label?
So apart from white label, we do have a revenue sharing model and a reseller option that can be discussed.
Awesome. What are the solutions offered for customers who have sensitive data, who do not allow anyone to check the conversations and data except for the employees inside the client company?
Just give me a second. What are the solution of those who do not want to send the conversation except from the inside? So in that case, certain things also need to be made sure, because considering, let's say, if I take a use case from a healthcare perspective where I'm uploading reports, or maybe I'm generating certain reports. So there are consent and everything needs to be done from the client's end to the end customer, or they need to have a workaround where there is no such potential risk of data getting compromised.
I hope that answered your question, Ragit. Can I contact you directly to have a call? Yes, you can contact Chandan and myself to talk to us about whatever questions you're having, how we can help you. Is there anything that you're trying to solve? We at Engati always believe in solving for solutions. So, hey, we've put down our details in the chat section as well. And even if you scan the resources, you will get a link of how you can get in touch with us. So we're really looking forward to talking to you. Are there any other questions that we can take? I think we've answered a lot of questions. It was a really healthy conversation. Yes, I think we've covered most of it. Okay, so Raghib has come back saying that
Yeah. So again, yes, I mean the client, the solution can be on the client premise as well. We have private deployment as well, or something like to add more details where they don't want to have the data to be stored and on maybe in Engati's platform, they directly want that the data should be pushed to their system. So we do have those capabilities. We have C2E bridge connectors where all the file uploads and sensitive data can directly go to the client system. We can just store an attribute value and then push and pull up data would be possible as well.
I hope that answered your question. Thank you so much, everyone, actually, for the Q&A section was a really healthy conversation. Really liked all the questions coming in, and we're looking forward to talking to you in person over calls. Thank you so much for all your time. And it was lovely talking to everyone and having this conversation. And it's been a while since, Chandan has been talking to a lot of these clients, and we've noticed that there's, these potential opportunities that we should be catering to. And we thank Engati for giving us the platform. And like I am always in and super excited to talk to you about my favorite topic, WhatsApp. And of course, Chandan had to say his piece about revenue channel number 1 and 2. But let me repeat that for you before we go. Revenue channel number 1 is the GPT solution. Make sure you are actually taking care of that if you want to step into 2024 with a competitive edge for your agency. WhatsApp, the revenue channel number 2 has to be WhatsApp, and Chandan has given us gazillion reasons why we need WhatsApp already. And the 3 is the AI platform. We're really looking forward to seeing you grow from all of this. And if you have any questions, anything that comes your way, make sure you reach out to us. You can reach out to us personally, or you can reach out to us on our Engati platforms as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Have an amazing rest of the week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.